Today is the greatest day of all time, and may this episode tune you into the highest vibration you have access to, so your reality is never the same. Let's tune into today's episode.
Energy first, energy first, lead a visionary, energy first, energy first, energy first. It's not the outcome, it's who you are first. Activate the system, higher self aligned.
What is good? Welcome back to another episode, Be the Energy, a place I hope to inspire you to shift your reality right now. We all have a gift, and by sharing that, by expressing that, we get to live it. So I hope this helps you do that. So a couple noticings of what's alive in me today, and just reminders as usual. So one, I'm performing tonight. Super pumped. Performing for about 10, 15 minutes. A couple different songs, new venue, new friends. It's a artist showcase and panel. So get ready for some clips from that, and just excited to go hard. I have some new songs in the works. I made my new one-step video. You can check that out on YouTube and everywhere. And today I want to talk about this noticing I had where I noticed that I got so good at so many things and get praised for that, all because I had low self-worth. And I say that because now, as I'm stepping into more as the entertainer role, I want to be a performer. I'm letting go of an old identity of being a coach, even an entrepreneur. I'm trying to build business, the whole Hormozy lane. I was only doing that because I didn't think I'd be successful in this other area. And I say that because it was so strong that I got so good at everything else. I literally made an entire digital marketing agency company. I got so good at camera, audio, producing my own music, all these different things that if I didn't have the low self-worth that I did, I wouldn't even have the fire to get good at these things. So I bring this up for you guys to see a spectrum within yourself of course, it's amazing to be able to do things myself, yet where are you on that spectrum of can you start owning your value and finding your role within people? Because if we extrapolate that out, I want to sell out stadiums. I'm not going to build the actual stadium. I'm not going to get the people in there. And I think I already said that on the last episode, so I'm not going to go too deep into that, but let me know your thoughts where you're at with that. And just notice that within yourself, that owning your role within a community, within a company, within an organization, that's going to be your greatest gift to everyone. You don't need to do everything. So are you dimming yourself because you don't think you're valuable enough in what you do? Or are you being too arrogant and need to start doing some things yourself? Either way, it should feel amazing, like alignment. It should feel like you and another person make 3 or 100. But at some point, if for me, holding myself back by trying to do everything myself, I'm capped out. Another huge one, after speaking with a friend, she was waiting for her circumstances to change. And I love sharing this because it holds me to a higher standard. When you're waiting, in her situation is legal, citizenship, that type of thing, and she feels she doesn't want to put roots down in a certain country because what if it changes in 3 years? But because of that, you're waiting at all times. And as an energy freak, what I hope this podcast helps you do is tune into something beyond what you can see and beyond logic. So everything from creating your art to going to dunk to training is those little sparks of joy or what make you feel good is the path, and you will not be able to see the path because you are creating it. So for example, if I want to shine my light and I feel so good and I want to tell other people, here's how you shine your light. There's no better way to tell other people how to shine your light than by just shining. And so coming back to the circumstances thing is the practice we did is in the future, if all those things worked out, if everything turned out the way you want it to be, how would it feel? Now you're finally free. Now you can settle down and it feels amazing, but that is a feeling. And if you're not practicing that now, then no matter what you get or no matter where you get, you're going to bring that same worry with you. And the beautiful flip side of that is that you start becoming the creator of your reality right now, saying, I don't care what I see. I recognize it, I acknowledge it, but I believe I can feel peaceful, I can feel stable right now. You start to act on that and see ways you can be stable and supported right now. And then you are not conditioned by your experience. So even if that woman, my friend, or even me, even if nothing changes and our circumstances doesn't change, we changed within, so it doesn't even matter what the circumstances are. And of course, we prefer different things. But if you're not practicing that you are the creator of your feelings within, then you're always going to be waiting for those things to change. And they might, but they might not. And the real freedom is being completely detached from those things. So you can ask yourself, are you being a victim or are you creating this experience? And you're always creating. So if you catch yourself saying, I'm waiting for this experience to change for me to feel differently, you're going to be always caught up in that loop. And with that being said, I have a lot of things that are really tough in my life right now, in between jobs, in between opportunities. I have no idea how things are going to work out, and it's terrifying. My old identity's dying. I'm trying not to act on those old ways of being, and it's really scary. And I had this funny experience with my friend last night where we're talking about these old Pokemon cards because money is tight. It's like, what if one of those Pokemon cards is worth $1 million? Because he looked it up and we might have had that when we were kids. And we both got lit up of finding that $1 million card, and it feels like the lottery. And I use the practice on myself. If I feel that way from that card, what's beautiful is that if I got that $1 million, only difference I'd be living right now is just with less worry. If I knew that card was coming and I got that $1 million, there's two beautiful things. One, I'd be like, man, I wish I had less worry during this time where I didn't know what was going to happen. But two, I'm so proud of who I'm being right now because I'm creating what I want to create. I'm living fully alive. I'm listening to a higher power, a God energy that I'm trying my best to listen to and follow. And if I was in a corporate job because I was so scared to act this way without seeing the results, and I got that $1 million card, I would be regretting every day. If it was been the last 4 years I've been an entrepreneur, no, it's been 7, but 4 in LA. If I was at a job I hated every day and then I got that lottery ticket card, I'd be like, oh my God, I wasted my life. So the point is, are you waiting to start living and not believing that things are going to work out? Because that card is just an energy of like, wow, magic can happen. But you can live in that magic and live for today without that lottery ticket. And it's scary and it's hard, but I get to live with the peace every night that like, wow, that piece of art is in the world. I had that experience. I got to have these experiences with my friends. I got to live in LA. I got to perform on these stages when I could have been at corporate stuck. I could have, and that's just not for me. Because when I was in that job, I felt my soul dying. So in summary, when I'm living right now, my soul is on fire. And I want to ask this question to you for you to ask yourself, because I overheard my friend at the yoga studio say this. She was asking, how do you rate yourself on a grading scale, how you're living? And she gave herself a C, and I gave myself an A+, because I was looking through the lens of God. And I say that because what am I trying to do? I am trying my best to live inspired, to live as something else is pulling me, to be the best version I can be in every moment. And if I'm grading myself on my own logical mind and I don't have as much money as I want, I'm not at the level stage that I want, I feel like my business is not working as well as it could be, I could be grading myself in that realm. But that's my own little mind looking at the judgments. But what is the right way to grade yourself? For me, what I believe is if you're looking at how alive you are, how inspired you are you listening to something bigger than yourself? And are you trying your best? It doesn't matter if you're failing. It doesn't matter if you're stumbling. It's if you're showing up every single day. And I am doing that to the best of my ability, and I'm serving other people. So it goes down to who you are being. I would love to know what you grade yourself. And if you have some weird questions that come up or you don't know how to grade yourself, let me know. And if you have those stuck patterns, that's what I want this channel to be with. The more you engage, the more you express, the more you're going to move that energy within you. And the last thing I'll say is expression. Expression is your belief in action. Today I went dunking and I had some great dunks, and I'm just so grateful I can do that, and I'm having so much fun. And the reason I stopped dunking was because it was an old way of me acting on an old identity of becoming the best dunker I can be. And when I was in this in-between, I didn't know if I wanted to be an entertainer, a coach, a speaker, an athlete, what it was. So every time I was in the dunking action, I was getting lost in it, feeling like I'm worried about that. So I wanted to fully detach from it. But now I don't have an interest of being the most amazing dunker I can be. I want to be this entertainer. I feel this pull, and it took me time to get that clarity. But now I'm free to just train as hard as I want, and I understand that that's my peak state. And when just like I was saying, you shine your light to create the path, entering that peak state has no purpose. And I hope everything I put out is me in state, helping you get in state. Because when you are in a higher vibration, when you're feeling that Charizard card, that $1 million card, you are on fire. Your frequency's different. You're going to think on a different wavelength. You're going to see life in a different perspective. So you can ask yourself right now, what wants to be expressed through me? Is it a piece of art? Is it some movement? There's energy that wants to move, and you are nature. That is God coming through you because you're meant to expand. You're meant to express. I love using my voice. Yours might be writing, whatever it is, but express your truth. And the only reason we feel stuck is because there's an identity we want to express that's more true, and we're acting on something that's trying to keep us safe, but that's a survival mind. So, and expression helps us alchemize that. So, for example, I'm afraid to dunk. Is it the wrong thing? Am I going to get hurt? But I have so much fun doing it. I increase my potential. I feel more alive. I strengthen my body. I have to be in tune with my best self. I have to break through courage. All those beautiful benefits I could shut down because I could say, what's the logical point? But this is not who we are. We listen to that energy beyond just the survival of the logical mind. And so much of our life, and other people I've worked with, and myself included, the survival mind is so loud. And it's good, honor it. But what if you can have joy be the new way that you expand? That the happier you are, the more excited you are, the higher frequency is your highest prosperity, is your highest expansion, because there is no ceiling that way. You will never outwork someone that is in joy because they love it every single moment. If you're grinding and hustling, there's only so many hours, there's only so much energy. You don't need more energy. You need to just focus in on what you love to do. And going back to what I started with this podcast with, you have a gift, whatever that is. And the only way you're going to have a relationship with that gift is if you say yes to it. No matter how small, you start to tell your nervous system it's safe to follow that gift and watch how it expands. And then on expression, part B of expression. When I had an amazing experience with my friend Alicia last night. I haven't seen her in months. She's somebody I met in the community years ago at my own house when I threw events. And I was sharing with her. She saw me as a coach, as an entrepreneur. I showed her I'm no longer doing that. I'm an entertainer. I want to be on stage. I want to be a performer. I want to be a rapper, all these different things. We had an amazing conversation where she sees that for me. She saw me as the host at the house and had all these amazing ideas, and we're going to meet up and talk more about it. But the point is, I shared my truth, even though it doesn't feel right yet or real, because I'm like, where does that go? Is that even the right thing? But it lights me up, the thought of going that way. But I could have said what my survival mind's like, oh, I could be a coach. Maybe I could coach her. Maybe she'll know clients. Maybe she'll get me clients for content, get me money. But that's not what I want to do ultimately. But that conversation could have gone that way. So when you speak it out and you express what you truly want to do, it expands. But it's up to you to say it. It's up to you to claim it. It's up to you to follow that little calling and let other people know. Because if you don't see it in yourself, nobody else will see it. And one of the greatest ways for them to see it is you do it. I have a performance tonight and I'm just going to light it up. And if you keep lighting it up, I met Alicia because I was just hosting these events and she saw me in my element. You don't have to tell people what you want to do. You just have to try to do it. Try to be it. For me, as a performer, I'm going to show up on stage. I'm going to ask people if they need a host. I'm going to make the music. I'm going to be the energy of the version of me. And you always have access to that at every moment. So what do you want to do if you got that Charizard card and you're a millionaire? What would you do and how are you acting on that right now? That's what I got for you today. That is a fire. Is it still going? Leave a comment, share this. I want to do this all the time. This is me in my element. I've been making content for 15 years now and I absolutely love it. Every single shift means the world to me and I'm excited to light up more stages and I am excited to help you embody your gift and share it, because when you live from that space, life becomes magical every single moment. Be the energy, baby.
This may be the only chance that I get. I got a dream so big, need a king-size bed. Put the crown on me, got a king-size head. Put the prince in this place, can't hang with the gang. My shadow self, get him out the way. I gotta stick to my roots, keep it organic, love how I produce. One with the source, man, how can I lose? Life is a game, duck, goose. I'm trying to give you the key. Dying to live, I'm living a dream. Holding your hand is not even a reach. Need you to act, we don't need you to preach. Don't need it. Talk, that's all I hear.